If you're looking for an app that can be used to record directions to play back later, for reading a piece of writing aloud to see how it flows, for keeping track of ideas in a discussion or for an assignment, or to explain something, then GarageBand might be the right app for the task. Let's go ahead and get started with the GarageBand app. So go ahead and tap on that guitar icon. Looks like a kind of tan guitar on an orange and yellow background. Tap on that to get started. This is going to bring up our My Songs, all of the songs that we have created in GarageBand. If you're just getting started, you might not see any songs yet because you haven't recorded any. So let's go ahead and start your recording process. Tap on that plus sign in the top left corner of your iPad, and then tap on Create a New Song. This is going to bring up all of our instruments that we have available. You can swipe from left to right across those to see all of the different instruments, the smart instruments that you could use if you wanted to record some music. For right now, we're going to use the audio recorder to record our voice. So go ahead and tap on that microphone to get started. Alright, now we're in GarageBand. You can see the GarageBand interface here. You can tell that the microphone on the iPad is picking up your voice because that little red needle is jumping back and forth on the iPad interface there. To start our first recording, we're going to change a few settings first. So let's go ahead and tap on that plus sign at the top right side of the iPad. And here we're going to tap where it says 8 bars to change this setting from only recording 8 bars to being unlimited. And we're going to tap next to that toggle where it says automatic, and we're going to tap that so that it is turned on so that our recording can be longer than 8 bars. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to tap on that blue metronome icon at the top of the iPad. So just go ahead and tap on that icon so that it is no longer highlighted in blue. That way we won't hear the tick-tock of the metronome being recorded in our recording. Alright, and the last thing we're going to change is we're going to tap on that little wrench icon, and we're going to turn off the count in. Now you could leave this on if you really like it. It will give you sort of a metronome countdown of 3, 2, 1, and you'll hear the tick, tick, tick on those counts. But let's go ahead and turn that off right now, so that we don't have any extra sound recorded at all. Okay, we can go ahead and tap anywhere on the top of our GarageBand interface there to close that little window. And when we are ready to start our recording, we can just tap on the red record button. Right now we're recording our first GarageBand recording. We can see our voice is being picked up as the needle jumps across there, and also as the red bar fills in across the top of those measures on our GarageBand interface. And once it reaches the right side, you'll notice that since we changed that 8-bar setting, our recording can go on for as long as we have space on our iPad or until we hit the stop button. Alright, let's say that our recording might be just about finished at this point, so we can go ahead and tap on that white square icon at the top of the iPad to stop our recording. At this point, if we're not happy with the recording that we made, we can go ahead and hit the undo arrow there at the top of the iPad next to the blue microphone. I have a few different options at this point of how I can modify the audio that I recorded. You can see to the right side of the GarageBand interface there that there are some filters that I can apply to my recording. So I could tap on small room, large room, dreamy, telephone, bullhorn, chipmunk, robot, or monster to alter my recording with that filter. You can sample how your recording would sound with these filters by tapping on the filter, maybe telephone or chipmunk or robot, and then tapping on the play button to listen to your recording. If you're happy with your recording as it is without any filters, you can tap back on dry in the center there. And then you'll notice at the top side of the GarageBand interface, next to the blue microphone, there's a little icon that looks somewhat like a brick wall. If you tap on that icon, this will take you to the side of GarageBand where you can listen to the tracks that you've recorded and also add additional tracks, whether it's additional audio tracks or if you want to add some sound loops or some instruments. You can add all of those at this point. If you'd like to add some sound loops to your recording, you can tap on the loop icon at the top right side of GarageBand. This will bring up the available sound loops. You can sample each of these sound loops by tapping on the blue sound icon on the left side of each loop description. And you can stop it by tapping again on each little icon. Once you find a sound loop that you like, you can drag that sound loop over to the left side, to the track area, and then you can drag it left or right to position it to begin at whatever point you want, whether it's starting immediately with your audio that you've recorded with your voice, or if you want to stagger it a little bit so that the sound loop begins a little bit later in the recording. You can listen to how your recording sounds now with the added sound loop by tapping the play button. I can see that my voice is being picked up as it jumps across the top of the GarageBand. And also, you can stop that by tapping on the white stop button. If you find that the sound loop is too loud for accompanying your voice, you can tap on the sound loop track and then tap on the panel on the left side of the track area to open that panel. And there on this sound loop with these violins, I can actually grab that little sound level icon and drag it to the left to soften that track. And now if I close that panel, and if I start again at the beginning of my recording and play this, I can see that my voice is being picked up as the needle jumps across. Now the violins are much softer as an accompaniment for my voice. And again, I can stop this. I can add additional sound loops if I'd like through the same way, through tapping on that sound loop icon, scrolling through the sound loops and finding the loop that I like, and then dragging that off to the left to add it to my recording. I can also, at the bottom left side of the GarageBand interface, if I tap that plus button, it will allow me to go back and create another audio recording or add in a smart instrument where I can play the instrument live and add that recording to my previous recording. If I want to go back, I can simply tap on the back button there at the top left to get back to my song. When I'm finished with my recording, I can tap my songs in the top left side of GarageBand. And here, rather than having this called my song, I can tap on the recording where it says my song, and then I can delete that text and I could name this to better describe my recording. And when I'm finished naming that, I can tap on Done at the top right, or the Done key. And now I can see there in GarageBand that my song has been renamed, so that when I return in the future, I will know exactly which one I'm looking for. I can in GarageBand also create folders by grabbing the GarageBand recording, holding my finger on it until it wiggles, and then dragging it on top of another GarageBand recording and releasing it once it has a dark square around it. And there again, I can rename the folder by tapping in the folder area to give my folders a better description. And I can tap Done at the top right or the Done key when I'm finished, and I can tap Done at the top right of GarageBand to stop my icons from wiggling. Once I tap off onto the bottom area of the GarageBand, it will then close that folder area up, so I can keep my songs neatly organized with folders. If you decide that you don't want to keep that recording that you just made, you can tap back into the folder area. You can tap on Select in the top right corner of GarageBand, and then tap on your recording and then tap the trash can at the top left corner of GarageBand. But if you want to keep this song, let's go ahead and tap on Done over there in the top right to stop that from shaking. At this point, we can tap on Select, tap on our recording that we just made, that explanation recording, and let's say we want to keep this and we want to share it with someone. We can tap on the share icon in the top left side of GarageBand, and here we have many choices of how we can share. We can airdrop by tapping on other laptops or iPads that are close to us, or we could tap on mail to email this recording to someone else. Here I can look at the information for my recording. If it's all correct, I can tap on email. My song will be exported to a format that can be emailed, and then I can fill in the email address to send this song to someone. And at that point, I can tap on Send to email this recording. Then I can tap on Done at the top right side of GarageBand. You can tap anywhere at the bottom of that GarageBand window to close up that folder view. GarageBand is a great app for students to use to create fluency recordings, to practice their reading skills, to record themselves speaking so that they can hear what they sound like, and for teachers to record audio subplans when they know that they're going to be gone and want to leave specific directions for their students.